Cholas are not Hindu. And first of all, this is such a useless comment which should have just been ignored. Like this controversy that way helped. But to say that someone who's built the tallest, Shiva temple, Brihadeeswara and Gangaikonda Cholapuram and the temple there, they were worshippers of all aspects of, the Sanatan faith. I mean, their ancestor they called initially Tiruman, who was Lord Vishnu, and then they called themselves as Suryavanshis. What were they breathing? So the name Hindu was probably developed over the ages or whatever. That's again subject to debate. Some people say it's...
Both these are questions into one. One is, were the Cholas Hindu? After what Kamala Hassan said and the debate that got generated. And two, about this co-opting all this. Because Kantara has raised all this, that my part of the country, by the way. Bhutaradne. And we talked about Rani Abakka. We'll come to that also of Bhutaradne. That's how basically, frankly, I got to know only about Rani Abakka through some childhood memory of Yakshagana or Bhutaradne that I saw as a child, not from my history texts, right?
Yeah.
So now come to this. Cholas and about animism and tribal worship.
Yeah. I mean, if the Cholas are not Hindu, first of all, this is such a useless comment which should have just been ignored, like how I ignored Rahul Gandhi's thing. But I'm glad some people didn't, because that generated, I think, a lot more knowledge and curiosity and inquisitiveness about the Cholas, and rest of India, about the Vindhyas who look down on everyone below the Vindhyas as Madrasis. They got to know that, Cholas bhi koi tha. And thanks to the Ponniyin... what a grand empire.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ponniyin Selvan, there's a increased... I'm told the book itself is selling so much, the Ponniyin Selvan of Kalki, the translations and all that after this movie has come. And this controversy that way helped. But to say that someone who's built the tallest, Shiva temple, Brihadeeswara and Gangaikonda Cholapuram and the temple there, they were worshippers of all aspects of, the Sanatan faith. I mean, their ancestor they called initially Tiruman, who was Lord Vishnu, and then they called themselves as Suryavanshis. So they also propitiated Surya. And their family deity was this form of Devi called Nishumbha Sudini. They had Murugan temples. Ganpati was an important motif in all the Chola, flags and architecture and all of that. Yagyas were big yagyas, mahadanas, and all these were done by all the Ranis and the Rajas according to Vedic traditions. Sanskrit and Tamil were equally patronized. Those who could chant in both the languages, they were patronized. And these inscriptions, the best part of the Cholas is they've left so much of documentation. For a nation which has always been accused of not knowing how to keep its history, right from Al-Baruni to everyone who said the Hindus don't know how to maintain their records, the Cholas have gone overboard. Multiple copies of the same information on coins, on temple walls, on palm leaf, copper plates, the Tiruvalangadu copper plates which are there, that has...
right up till Java, Sumatra.
Yes, and Sri Lanka, Maldives, all of these. Yeah. And these mention all these rituals, the Vedic tradition, these things that were done, and all the different panthas within Sanatan Dharma were appeased and patronized. And today, the builders of the most beautiful and wonderful Hindu temples, you call them as not Hindu. I think that's what our other dear friend Anand Ranganathan, in one of his many witty comebacks, had said, so are you going to say that till the time oxygen was invented and named so, people were not breathing? What were they breathing? So the name Hindu was probably developed over the ages or whatever. That's again subject to debate. Some people say